Mm-mm. I gotta wash my hair and stuff. I don't feel good at all. I do not feel good. I haven't been feeling good all since December. And I took those 2 rounds of antibiotics. And then now I'm taking thankfully I'm not spitting up anymore. But I had a really rough night uh last night when I was coughing real bad in my sleep. I think I talked about that already. Um so milk. Um I didn't buy milk, but I went with someone tonight and they bought milk. Milk is $4 a gallon. And gas is $2.49 for regular unleaded, and $2.68 for diesel. I was sitting there too, debating on if I wanna everybody been telling me I need to invest in a TV. Uh but I can't do a 32 inch, and I vowed that I would never do a 32 inch ever again. I'm gonna tell you why. Nothing to do with nothing to do with being greedy or feeling entitled. I wear glasses. I can't see. I can't see. Blind as a bat. I discovered tonight, or maybe it was just a situation tonight. Cause I had on my tonight. I had on my glasses, and the dude gave me a bottle of his vape juice to read, and I was like, I can't see that. But I was feeling funny tonight. Like, truth be told, something almost happened to me on the road. I was like driving. I grabbed China's shirt and I started shaking. And she's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" I was like, "Why my eyes just crossing?" And I was like, doing like this. I was like, "Man, I need to pull over." One thing about out here, they do not let you pull over. When they see you they do that shit in Atlanta too. When they see you trying to pull over, they speed up. So then I start shaking. I was getting anxious. I'm like, this is why people die out here. That's why they have so many deaths out here. Because they don't let you pull over. When you trying to pull over, they speed up. And I was like, we're going to die. We're going to die. We're about to die. Because I was like, all I need to do is pull over. So I tried to pull over. I sped up in front of the car. And then I hopped on over to the far right lane. And so I'm speeding trying to find somewhere to pull over. But for like a good 3 minutes or 5 minutes, there's nowhere to. I'm like, I'm about to pull over. There's nowhere to fucking pull over. And the car behind me is just riding my ass. I'm like, oh my God. So then the anxiety is just getting more and more intense to the point I'm about to borderline. I started having like a panic attack. I'm just like, shit. And I'm like, man, my eyes feeling like they want to cross. And I'm like, I need to just stop. I felt like I just wanted to hit the brakes and just stop in the middle of the road and just breathe so I can calm down. But I knew I had to just keep going. And then when I did have the opportunity to pull over, I'm like, we almost at the point where we gotta turn. And so I shot all the way over to the left lane and got in my turning signal to go make a right. And then you gotta go even faster. You gotta go 10 miles faster. And I'm like, oh my God, we're fucked. So on the way home, I'm still feeling funny. On the way home, I hit a damn curb on the road. Thankfully, we got home late as shit. So there was barely any cars on the road. I didn't even realize I hit the curb. Sounds like, Brandon, you alright? So I'm like, I think I'm under a lot of stress. But on top of that, I didn't get enough sleep last night. Like when my nurse called, I guess she couldn't get in touch with me, so she called China's phone. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, this lady never calls China's phone. She's calling China's phone to make sure I'm at my appointment to get this. I think it was the thing that she called China's phone because me and her was supposed to meet up today on top of me getting the COVID shot. But I was like, man, if I wake up late today, it ain't meant for me to take the shot. But I coughed all night. And when China woke me up, I was exhausted. I was wore out. And then the lady called me back like 3 more times. She's like, I'm sorry, I need one more thing from you. And I was like, I might as well stay up. So all day I've been still sleepy. But then my blood sugar could have been low as well. But then again, I'm like, that can't be the issue. Because of what was going on when I was on the way home. I was scared as shit. That little girl that passed away. And just like the thing with Kanika Jenkins when she was murdered, she was on my mind like this a lot. Like the whole time I was driving, I ain't gonna lie, PTSD got me a little bit. All I could see is that little girl turn around and look and just smile at me and say, I love you. I'm like, man, my mind tripping over this little girl, man. The little girl that passed away from brain cancer. It's sometimes people that I don't know or never met, they capture me like that. Also made me think about my daughter because my daughter was diagnosed with microcephaly, autism, mild autism, and all three of my kids have ADHD. And my son Ivan has a heart murmur. My two boys, Ivan and McKeithen, have eczema. Both of my two boys are allergic to peanuts, and it flares up their eczema. So with my daughter having microcephaly, That's when if you ever look at the not the movie Beetlejuice, but that black dude Beetlejuice, when he has that receding forehead. If you type in microcephaly, the life expectancy is 10 years. So I was like thinking about my daughter too, missing my daughter too. But I was like, man, I think my daughter's still alive. I think she's still alive. Um, but most things to do with death, it triggers my PTSD. But that little girl though, she's the whole world looked like a lot of people hurting behind the little. Her name is Lyric Chanel. A lot of people are hurting behind her death right now. Um, Even Beyonce's mama, T.I. and Tiny, uh, Shekinah, a lot of people. There's a lot of celebrities like, man, this one right here, this one hurt. You know, a lot of people like, man, I'm so pissed off, man. Fuck cancer, man. I want to punch the air. But to be honest with you, I think it's a thing where, on top of me taking the Sudafed, on top of the other 30 medications I take, you'd be like, you put like a bunch of little balls on top of a piece of wood or something like that. And then that one extra ball makes that piece of wood tip type situation. Um, Probably like that type of deal where Shit.